We're in October now, and it's time for another garden update. We'll just start out here with the eggplants by the fence. This one is our tallest one. It's probably over 4 feet tall. It's Rosita, and it's sitting on some little eggplants now. It's got quite a few blooms. I don't know if some of these will have time to make eggplants, but there are a few here and there. The eggplants have done really well this year. One next to it is Toyo. You can kind of see some little ones through there, and then there's some more down here. There are a couple probably ready to pick. That one there. There's probably a little over half a dozen on that plant. This is the Aswad, and it's got a monster down there. I'm planning on doing some harvesting. It's got several big ones on here, but if I get that done later today, I'll just throw those in right about now so you can check out what the harvested ones look like. If not, you might have to wait till next time. Then this is my grafted eggplant over here. This is a long purple graft onto an Eggplant 2, and that really pumped out quite a few eggplants. The ghost peppers, also going to be picking some of those. Well, all the peppers today. This Poblano, it's got lots of peppers up the top. Let me get around on the other side. I want to show you something. You can see all the little peppers up the top here, but if you look down here, you can see all those branches hanging. And the reason they're hanging, I didn't tie them up to the stake, and they're hanging from the weight of peppers. Let me see if I can get this without breaking it. But you can see this one branch probably has close to a dozen peppers on it. And I've already harvested a whole lot of poblanos off of this one plant, and it's still just loaded. There's probably, I'm guessing, several dozen anyway, if you include all the small ones. There's that grafted Chinese 5-color pepper grafted onto this hybrid. It's an interesting one. Fish pepper is back behind there. We won't go back there. It's getting a little bit dense. Then we have the cayenne pepper here. It's got lots of peppers on it. I'm going to be dehydrating some soon. There's another Buena Mulata back here. I just dehydrated some basil. We've got lots of basil. We've even got some over there between the eggplants. Then over here we got the Santa Fe Grande pepper out in the garden. It's been loaded from the beginning. It's hard to keep up with that one. Then this is the other side of the ghost pepper. There are still lots of peppers down near the ground. And there are also lots of green ones. That thing's really productive. Got a zinnia here that I'm hoping will bloom. Well, actually, there's one closer there. I think it will have time. Then we're on the back side of the straw bales here. You can see some of those long purple eggplants. The eggplants and the straw bales have been really productive. And this is how dark those hybrid peppers get when they get lots of sun. The ones that don't get as much sun don't really change color that much. You can see this one's still green, and the ones right next to it are already ripe. Now let's go around on the other side and take a look. And I saved some seeds from one of those hybrids that we were just looking at, and this is the result of those. It's got a little pepper on it, kind of looks a little bit like a jalapeno. We'll see how that turns out. Grow bag with the lettuce and stuff in it, growing like crazy. Need to pick some more of that. This is a Phillies blue. I'm getting lots of ripe peppers on it. Another fish pepper, Santa Fe Grande, black pearl hybrid. Let me see, that's a explosive ember. Just got lots of peppers here and there. There's that petunia in the water cooler. It's really perking up since I took the weed eater to it. Of course, it doesn't look like much right now. We had a hard rain last night, and the weather here is a little bit crazy. We had 92 and really windy yesterday. Today they've lowered the temperature forecast to 61. Tomorrow's supposed to be 84, and then Saturday is supposed to be 60. So we're up and down, up and down. Over here in the straw bale, we have a Matoyo, and it's got lots of eggplants. The eggplants this year have just done extremely well. Fish pepper, the other side of that long purple. And I'm going to be saving seeds from a few of these because like the name indicates, they're long and purple, but this one particular plant seems like the fruit on it are even longer than normal, so I'm going to save seeds from that one. And the petunia in the hollow log is a little bit yellow. I had some fertilizer, but hasn't shown any signs of improvement yet. There's that little pink banana that got stepped on. It's still alive and growing. Got some stuff in that straw bale. That straw bale is pretty well collapsed. Some Swiss chard and some, let me see, that's cilantro back there. I don't think I have anything else growing. I'd have to, oh yeah, there's a little bit of lettuce. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to mention over here where it looks like the vines are dying. I did a lot of digging. I harvested some of the sweet potatoes. The Okinawan purple, got a couple of those, but those just didn't do well for me in the grow bags. They didn't do well for me over here by the straw bales. They just don't seem to be very productive. Maybe they need a little extra TLC or something, but the yellow jerseys on the other hand did well over here and in the grow bags. So I'm thinking it's probably the varieties a little pickier about growing conditions maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I also harvested a few that I grew from grocery store sweet potatoes. There's some Ichabod 2s and the straw bale over here. Can't see the black pearl. It's kind of swallowed up with yacon and eggplant vegetation. But you can see the eggplants are still pumping out blooms and got a few little eggplants. We might get some more off that. Got some beets in that grow bag, some lettuce and radishes in that one. And these grow bags over here are getting really shaded by the banana tree and the canna flowers. So it's not the best growing conditions right now for those, and the sweet potato vines are still swallowing things up over here. While I'm showing stuff, let's just take a look at the bottom of the banana tree here. These are the sucker. This is a sucker here and a sucker there, and that's the main banana tree there. They got a lot bigger than I thought they would at the bottom, and they're probably or the main plant's probably over 10 feet tall now. It's getting up there. Corbaki peppers, Buena mulatas, Chinese 5-color peppers, some more Corbaki over here. I think I picked a lot of them off that one. Then we have some Midnight Dream peppers. I picked most of those. It looks like they're setting on a few more. Got little ones started, and it's really perking up. And I was just looking down next to my feet here and have some little volunteer tomatillos coming up. It's because I left so many on the ground. Yeah, con, I've been meaning to harvest some of that, haven't got around to it yet. Have a little bit of lettuce over here. This okra, I cut it down, but it's trying to grow back. I have a tendency sometimes when plants want to grow, I let them. A little bit of cilantro over here. Got a bunch of herbs I need to do some drying soon. This fish pepper over here really got a lot of white in it. There's another pink banana growing there. Tall Swiss chard. I haven't done much with that one, it's just there. Blackberry vine still growing. Let me see, that's French sorrel there, some rhubarb, oregano. Looks like we've got a little rogue horseradish that's away from the main plant. I sprayed for those bugs on the horseradish, but it looks like there are a few left. Back over here, I'm letting this basil go to seed, or some of it, because it was so much slower to bolt than the rest of them. But I'm enjoying the cooler weather, and won't be long it's going to be freezing and we'll be done for the season, but we'll enjoy all the produce while we can. This is the petunias in the wash tub. They're perking up a little bit after I took the weed eater to those too. Let me show you one more thing for you. This is where I just stuck a bunch of stuff I didn't have a room for and couldn't find a home for. I'm not even sure what I have back in that mess, but there are a few peppers, eggplants, tomatoes. Like some of them are producing blooms. I don't know if we have any fruit back in there, but I'll check them one of these days. This little pepper here, albino bullnose, it's loaded with little peppers. I think we're going to get some peppers off of it. The albino bullnose, they don't get very tall, but they do produce pretty well. I kind of like them. That's a look at what's left of our garden. If you're just now finding this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Otherwise, like, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.